And in those 7, we've got 3 main elements. Hello everyone, I'm Jane, and today we're talking about one of the strangest detective stories you'll ever pick up. Some of you will love it, some of you will hate it, and some of you will probably say, what even was that? It's not terrifying, it's not gothic horror, it's more like a chill popcorn thriller. The kind of book you grab when you're tired of the world and just want a spooky little escape for one single October night. I'm talking about Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. And trust me, you'll want to stick around because this book might just make you ask yourself, what would I do if I had only 7 days left? Okay, here's the setup. We've got 3 main elements: Halloween, a victim, and a miracle. On Halloween night, our main character, Jet Mason, is attacked and suffers a catastrophic head injury. Doctors say she has 7 days left to live, and in those 7 days, Jet decides to solve her own murder. It's dramatic, it's over the top. Isn't it exactly the kind of spooky story you want in October? Halloween here is more like a backdrop for the investigation, but still it works. It has twists, shocking turns, wild drama, and a big finale that will either make you gasp or make you roll your eyes. The whole time we're stuck inside Jet's mind, constantly reminded of her injury. The question that follows us through every chapter is, can she solve her own murder in time and find peace before she dies? The cast is full of suspicious men and women. They make mistakes, they lie, they act selfishly. That actually makes them feel more real, more like us. If you want a story that isn't heavy horror, but still keep that Halloween vibe alive with something unsettling, this book is perfect for you. It's not for savoring slowly, it's a one-time ride. Popcorn kind of read. You jump in, get scared, get surprised, and then move on. But with that sweet October aftertaste. What's fun is when the book lets you literally step into the life of someone who's already not quite dead and experienced that.
Brave, brave Concord! You shall not have died in vain!
I'm not quite dead, sir.
Well, you shall not have been mortally wounded in vain!
The writing is simple and light, never too serious. So it works both teens and for adults who just don't want anything too heavy. And the ending is basically split into 2 parts. The first half I liked, it felt grinding, satisfying, but the second, strange, almost psychotic and a little immature, and yet you'll never see it coming. One of the most gripping parts of Not Quite Dead Yet is diving into Jet's mind. She's a character who's supposed to die young, and reading her story makes you feel the weight of that reality. She hasn't experienced true love, she hasn't had really happy memories, and she barely has any friends. It's heartbreaking to see someone who can't do anything meaningful with their life, someone who gets blamed by their mother for everything. You feel every small victory and every tiny failure with Jet, but even her body keeps reminding her that time is running out, headaches, physical limits. Even her own body becomes a cruel countdown. This isn't just a murder mystery, it's a deep psychological ride. You start questioning how people cope with pressure, loneliness, and the knowledge that time is running out. It's intense, emotional, and sometimes even a little unsettling. In best possible way. But now let's be honest, even though the book fits the autumn mood perfectly and gives you that eerie feelings of creeping death, it's not perfect. If you're a seasoned mystery reader, you might see some of the twists coming. The author kind of waves her finger at certain characters, and if you read a few thrillers before, you will know exactly where that finger is pointing. And if you're looking for depth, this book won't give it to you. The characters, even though they are in their 20s, often act like teenagers, immature, dramatic, and sometimes a bit ridiculous. If you've grown out of young adult fiction, this might feel too childish. The dialogue is spring with a lot of F-words. If you're not into that kind of writing style, it might drive you a little crazy. But maybe you prefer realism, a doctor sending home a girl with a fatal head injury, predicting her exact symptoms and the exact day she'll die. That's not realistic at all. The writing style is super light. That's good if you want something easy for one evening, but it also brings the book closer to young adult. And if that's not your thing, you might get bored. This was my first Holly Jackson book, and honestly, it's a middle ground. Not bad, not brilliant, but entertaining. It was the kind of story I was happy to read once the autumn nights rolled in, when I just wanted something quick, spooky, and not too serious. It's not the type of book that stays with you for months, but it is the type of story that fits perfectly into autumn season. A little creepy, a little silly, but definitely fun. But now I want to hear from you. Have you read Not Quite Dead yet, or any other books by Holly Jackson? And what spooky reads would you recommend for October? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to read them. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep exploring more books with me, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you next time.